lastly, it comes down to the gold standard of science. Was it predicted at all that we discover? Because from my understanding and the countless lectures that I've listened to from those on the evolution side, the paleoanthropologists, they were surprised by the fact that we have Neanderthal genes and the fact that we not only mated with them, but produce fertile offspring. So that wasn't predicted from my understanding. And so it seems like in the evolutionary model, there's always these data points that come along that evolutionists didn't predict. They did not expect. They were caught off guard. They were surprised. And therefore they now have to, which again, based on presuppositions and worldviews, it makes sense. They have to come up with rescue devices or post hoc, ad hoc explanations. That's my thoughts on that though. Matt, what are your thoughts, brother?
Yeah, first of all, where are all the dead bodies if they existed for such a long period of time? We're talking 2 million years of human beings existing on the planet, and they're not there. And then what do we have? We have the sapient paradox, where supposedly human beings lived in Africa for 200,000 years, and then only in the last 5,000 did they actually do anything whatsoever. That's a paradox. And then we have the, what is this? Lewontin's paradox, right? What's the genetic diversity of the consensus population size? That's another paradox that evolution has that it can't solve. The population paradox. Populations expand. Where were humans expanding in Africa? There are 150 years of population size. It looks. This has long been a paradox with no obvious solution. Then we have the phenotypic diversity paradox. Why isn't there a nested hierarchy from humans that have been living in Africa in the most diverse region on Earth? There's no phenotypic hierarchy. It's exactly what we would see if Noah's Ark was true. The phenotypic diversity between all the different people groups matches equal. It's identical between every people group. That's exactly what we would expect if the biblical model was true. So all these paradoxes are easily solved in the biblical model. What do we see when we look for accelerated growth of the human history? Oh, look at that. From 5,000 years ago, the biblical timeline again. When did deleterious mutations arise? 5,000 years ago. When did, look at this, human gene mutations began showing up 5,000 years ago. Oh, look at this. We are more different genetically from people living 5,000 years ago than they were from Neanderthals. Oh, my.
That article you just showed is very interesting.
Yes, it
is. The one about gene mutation, actually the previous one.
Ah, yeah. Gene mutations. Look at that one.
Wow.
Because
I mean, that fits right in line with
the biblical timeline.
The flood bottleneck.
Yeah, 200 to 400 generations ago. Exactly what we would expect to see. Then we go to pedigree mutation rates, right on the biblical timeline. We go to genealogies. The oldest unbroken chain of genealogies goes back to the royal line of Queen Elizabeth II. Unbroken, right back to
Noah. That, I want to add this. What you're showing here, and then what Kent showed, what we've discussed earlier with mitochondrial DNA and Y chromosome, this is corroborating evidence. Like a lot of times you'll see the evolutionists in debate. They'll say, well, it's not that it's not about one piece of evidence.
Right.
It's about all these corroborating lines of evidence from different fields. Okay. Right. So we've got historical records. We've got genetic data from mitochondrial DNA, Y chromosome. We've got evidence from genealogy right here. We've got evidence from legends, right? You've talked about flood legends, but also just legends going right back to Noah in terms of stories and genealogies, gene mutations, all of these different fields coming together to form a biblical creation conclusion. I mean, that's why I say it's a great time to be a biblical creationist, because if you are a Christian or you're honestly seeking evidence for why the Christian faith is the correct faith, there is so much here. I mean, it's overwhelming. It's why we typically do 3 to 4 hour shows on the evidence, Matt.
Right. And what I like is that there's just all kinds of evidence that corroborates with one another, right? Independent lines. Oh man, yeah, I got a boomer tab set up on.
look at all those Earth. Hey Matt, all those tabs, shouldn't it be a flat Earth though? It looks like a globe to me.
I'll keep it going. I couldn't identify anything.
You're trying to trigger them flat earthers, Matt. Come on.
Oh man, no. That's too much.
Look at all that front-loaded diversity in your computer, Matt.
Oh man, this computer.
And just like species, they can manifest this built-in design DNA, right? For change and adaptation. You can do the same. You can click any one of those tabs at the top and boom, it's built in, it's ready to go, it's front-loaded, it's ready to manifest visually. Okay?
Yeah.
There's a good analog for you.
And then just like evidence after evidence of just like everything arising at the same time 5,000 years ago worldwide, of people groups that never met, all just magically created math, writing systems, language, calendars, irrigation systems, astrology, brewing. It's like, wait, what? What's going on here? It doesn't match evolution. That's why there's so many paradoxes. That's what we're trying to tell you guys. These paradoxes are easily solved, right? They're easily solved if you just do it. And what is the evidence for that population bottleneck that they mentioned 200,000 years ago? Look, there's no strong supporting evidence of a population bottleneck. How about in the fossil record? They talk about that all the time. We'll go and look at exactly what they said regarding the fossil record, and that too. Maybe it's in this folder. I have a lot of folders, guys. Lots and lots of folders. When you make videos, you get thousands of images.
Right. And when you're a young Earth creationist, you get thousands of pieces of amazing lines of evidence that you got to fit in all those folders and slides.
Exactly. Here we go. This one's good. By the way, look at that guy's cranium. Holy cow. Yeah, that's a missing link if they found him in the fossil.
Wow. Record. And that's an extant human today?
He's alive now.
So they find that brow, they find that skull cap in the fossil record in isolation without anything else attached to it. What are they going to conclude?
Oh man, that's a missing
link.
Link.
Hominin right there, you know. Well, they'd say humans are hominins anyways, but that's a pre-human hominin.
Yeah, that's Erectus right there for sure. Look at this. In the fossil record, there's nothing 200,000 years ago either. It's all inference. It's all just the assuming.
Right. Yeah. Well, you nailed it. Let's say, so it's not only the genetics, the fossils, just take Erectus, Matt. They say, according to their model, if we steel man it, Erectus has lived on the globe for what, about 1 million years?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's say their generation time is what? Somewhere between 20 and 25 years. So they're living on the globe for 1 million plus years. They have a generation time of about 20 to 25 years. How many children, how many offspring are they therefore having? A lot over the millions of years, the million years, I should say. Where's all the dead bodies? Where's all the towns? Where's all the civilizations? Where's all the evidence for fire and hunting and living in groups and this and that? It's not there. It doesn't exist. The amount of bones that you have associated with Erectus could literally fit into the trunk of a car. and we're supposed to believe that they lived on this planet for 1 million plus years. Where's all the grave sites? We should be finding billions and billions of dead bodies. Okay. I mean, humans, we've been here for 4,500 years. Today we got 8 billion people, countless grave sites, tons of evidence for civilization, towns, hunting, intermingling, socialization, so on and so forth. Where's their campsites? Where's this? Where's that? It doesn't exist because the evolutionary story is just that. It's a story. I think the most complete Erectus example they have is Turkana Boy. So they have one somewhat complete example. We should be finding hundreds of thousands. So, you know, where's all the dead bodies? Where's the evidence for the story? It's not there, brother.
Right. Exactly. That's why there's so many paradoxes. And you notice that all of these paradoxes are easily solved with our model. It's just easy. It all fits. We don't have to do anything. We just let it interpret itself. And the only thing that just throws it off is people's fixation that radiometric dating is the only way to go. That's all they're using to get these dates. And then they say, well, we have to use the radiometric date to get these phylogenetic mutation rates. So we can't trust the observable thing that we actually see with our eyes. We have to deny what we see. and we have to go with what we assume to be
Okay, let me
true.
say this, Matt. This critic says Erectus now built cities. LOL. What a crazy claim. Well, if you're going to look to cities today like New York and Chicago, well, of course they weren't that sophisticated. But where's evidence for for their villages, the campsites? Here's a challenge. Here's the challenge to the evolutionary community. Put out a video responding it. I want to see the rescue device. They'll just say, well, fossilization's rare. Where's the billions of dead bodies? Where's the campsites? Where's the evidence for the evolutionary story of just one? We picked one example, Erectus. Okay. All of their fossils that we've ever discovered could fit in the trunk of a car.
Yet
So
they
here's
lived
the
for 2
challenge.
million
You
years.
know, Aaron Robb puts up the phylogeny challenge.
Yeah.
Here's a challenge for the evolutionists. Let's see them respond. Okay. I don't want keyboard champions dodging in the comment section. No, put out a video, write an article, convince us that your story's true. Okay. Where's the billions of dead bodies? Where's the campsites? Where's the evidence for their million+ years of existence? All right, go ahead, Matt.
Oh, no, that's good. Yeah, I don't think they ever thought it through, why there should be like 2 million years worth of hominid species that were obviously sailing. They look it up. They supposedly sailed the open sea, and yet they weren't smart enough to do anything with their dead bodies. It makes no sense. We'll see what they say, though, right? There's got to be a rescue device. That's what they're known for. Throw in the rescue device. They exist.